What's up, travelers? You have found the podcast that is here to explore the world. We are 5 travel experts, hooked on our trade, and ready to share our tales from around the world. You're listening to the Where We Roam podcast. Without further ado, let's roam. Hello, roamers, and welcome to the Where We Roam podcast. My name is John, and I am joined by all 4 of my fellow podcasters. Hello, everyone. How's it going?
Hello.
Hi, John.
Hello, sir.
It is so nice to see your faces, guys.
Yeah, you're right.
Megan's
That's
back.
right.
You're
We've
right.
Good to see
missed
your
her.
face as well.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And yeah, exactly. Yeah, not your face, John. All right. It is so good to see you guys. We're gonna go ahead and get started. I forgot to change my shirt in between recordings.
I know.
Though.
I was going to do the
Everybody's
same
gonna know.
thing.
Everyone's
Man.
gonna know.
They're all
Oh my
going to know.
goodness. Oh, well, we're going to go ahead. Today, we're actually going to be continuing our new series that we're doing, and that is our theme park overview series. It's not quite a review of a theme park. It's not quite a guide. It's a little bit of both. We're going to talk about one of our favorite theme parks in the whole planet, and then from
Everybody's
there,
favorite, right?
My favorite.
What's is it?
Has
Everybody's
to be.
favorite?
It's
I
my
mean,
favorite.
no, I don't mean us roamers.
Is
I mean
it?
just the large population.
It's
my
I know it is.
quintessential
This is where everybody
theme
goes.
park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, today we're talking, in case you couldn't guess, we are talking about the Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World Resort in Orlando, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's kind of magical. I think everybody loves it. So let's dive right in, right? We're just going to get right into our first topic. We're going to talk about what we think. I was so busy today. I was out running errands. I haven't looked at everybody's notes. We have our top 5 must-do attractions, and I made one of them. We'll see. All right. We say must do. We also mean, like, from a strategy perspective, it may be
Yeah.
important to do
Mhm.
these.
Get
These
this
may be
done.
good with individual Lightning Lane or Genie Plus. So we'll talk about that.
Mhm.
Yep.
But our top 5, the number 1 that we have listed here, do you guys think it's number 1? Or just
I
one of the
think
top
so.
5?
I don't think
No.
they're putting any
They're
specific
not,
order.
Yeah, they're not
Okay.
in any order,
Okay.
but
No.
if I had to
All
say,
right.
that would probably be my top.
All right, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Where does that rank for
Mhm.
you guys? Is that towards the top of the list for you personally, or
think
do
it's
you just
number-
think, like, in the
Number
park?
2 for me in the park.
I think
Okay.
2 or
it's-
3.
In terms
It's
of favorite
maybe
rides
top
or what you're
5.
trying to do
Must
lightning
do
lanes for?
attraction.
Just
Oh,
must
not
Must
do
do
for me.
attraction.
No?
I feel like there's so many rides at Magic Kingdom. It's hard
There
for me to be
are.
like, yeah,
It
it's
is
my
a
top.
lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
There are. Yeah, I'm
That's
ready.
fair.
I'm ready for this, for the hype, honestly. For have we said Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, by the way?
I said Seven Dwarfs Mine
Oh,
Train.
okay.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, do they know what we're talking about yet?
7DMT.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm ready for the hype of this ride to die down. It's
Yes.
What?
It's been. I mean, I am. I'm
The
ready
fact
for the
that there's
line
still a
to not
beeline
be
for it at this
so-
point.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
not
I'm
wrong.
with
I-
You're
Corinne
not
all the
wrong.
way.
Wow.
I'm ready for
I'm
this
shook.
to become Big Thunder. You know, like one
Yeah.
of those.
It-
I'm just.
Oh.
I
So-
think the hype is. I think it's a little bit overrated.
Exaggerated? Really?
Exaggerated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I mean-
I don't disagree. I don't disagree.
To me,
Wow.
it is the second best semi-thrill ride. I would like to put Big Thunder up there, but Disneyland's Big
Megan.
Thunder Mountain is by far better than Magic Worlds.
Yes, that's true.
I
I'll
agree.
give you that. I agree
So
with that.
Big Thunder in Magic Kingdom here drops below Seven Dwarfs for me.
Oh,
In
I
Disneyland,
don't know.
I'll give it Big Thunder.
Here's what I'll say. Big Thunder Mountain you can ride at night, and it actually has a different vibe. Seven
Mhm.
Dwarfs Mine Train is just dark at night. That's it. Like it's
true.
not
But
as well lit.
smooth-
It's
but
not
it's
as
smooth.
exciting.
It's smoother.
Yeah. All right. Next one on our list is Big Thunder Mountain Railroad.
Shocking.
While we're talking about it, I love Big Thunder. Big Thunder is like, it reminds me of being a kid riding
Yeah.
like one of your first roller
Mhm.
coasters with your parents or your aunt, your uncle. You know, like
Yeah.
I have such fond memories of that. I have a great picture of Matthias on it. It's one of those rides. It's not too intense. Like, you know, a lot of people can enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
I do agree. You know, the ride is better themed in California. They've updated the show a little bit, but
Mhm.
It almost seems like it's less herky jerky in Cali as well.
I agree with
to
that.
me,
Mhm.
the world
Maybe.
version is a little bit like
It
you're
slings
getting
you.
tossed
Yeah.
all around your seat.
yeah, I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think of Big Thunder as like a really rough ride, though. I think there's much
I
rougher
don't
rides.
know. When Sean and I, when we rode it, when we were there for Pixie for the thing,
November.
Yeah, November, it was raining. And
Oh, so
I was
fun.
in a
soaked
poncho.
on that
Well,
one.
I was literally sliding. It was like a slip and slide.
How
I was in a seat by
fun.
myself. I had nobody else with
Fun.
me.
It was like
And I
being
was
on Splash
gripping.
Mountain.
I don't like Splash Mountain. I was
Oh.
gripping from the side. My body was on the other side and my hands were on the other side. Like I was
think-
like holding on. It was not good.
Halfway through that ride, we just embraced the fact that we are
Oh,
getting
yeah,
off
we were
this
soaked.
ride
Yeah.
Yeah.
soaked.
You were gonna laugh or cry on that one because you were drenched.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
was
but that's
bad.
fun.
Yeah. Either make the best of it or be pouty the rest of the day.
If you knew
Yeah.
it was raining that day, it's your fault for not showing
The
up.
rain was
in
not
dry
the
fit.
issue.
We had ponchos.
Everything.
We had ponchos,
That
but,
doesn't
but
matter.
I feel like that ride just slings you around so much that
Yeah.
I was literally
Yeah, but
sliding
Sean
in
wore
the
his
wet
J's
poncho.
that day. Come on.
Styling,
He's wearing
man.
his
You gotta
Jordans,
style
man.
sometimes.
Listen.
Oh my
They're
gosh.
waterproof. They're the golf
Mistakes were
version.
made. Mistakes were
Lessons
made.
were learned.
Mistakes
Okay,
were made.
should we move on to our next
Yeah.
ride? Speaking
All right.
of rides,
Speaking of
though,
herky
that
jerky,
no.
no, speaking of rides that are also better in Disneyland than Disney World, but
Ooh,
still makes
100%.
our,
That's true.
our top. We're talking about Space Mountain.
No, I'm not riding that.
I love
I
Space
love
Mountain.
Space Mountain.
I'm not
It is
riding
better
that.
in Disneyland.
I
Dana,
Way
you like
better
in
Disneyland.
Disneyland.
You like
Yes.
Disneyland.
Love it better in Disneyland.
Yeah.
But there's
No, I'm too old.
something.
I like it.
There's something special about being on a ride that your child's not sitting next to you, but in front of you, and you can't hold on to them, and you're 98% sure they're going to fly out at some
It's
point.
terror. Yeah.
There's something special about that.
You might lose a child on a ride.
Yeah.
All
Or
right. It's
decapitated.
Matthias's
one.
favorite ride. It's Matthias's favorite ride at Disney, and it scares me every time. I'll never tell him
Every
that.
time.
But I'm always
I'll
like,
never tell him.
I like hold on to like I try to I sit behind him and put my hand over him, in front of me.
Yeah.
I know he's
Yeah.
not going to bounce out. He's not anywhere near the minimum height anymore, but it still freaks me out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As a 6'2" adult, I still get nervous putting my hands up because
Mm.
I'm sure there's
Mhm.
nothing within 3
Well, you
to
can't
4
see
feet.
well.
You can't see.
Yeah,
Sure. There's
you're not-
nothing there.
No,
Yeah, sure.
you're fine on that ride.
You're fine. It's fine.
All right, we'll move right past that to number 4. Who wants to talk about number 4?
I'll talk about
Megan?
it.
Oh, Dana, go for
No,
it.
I was just, I love the ride. It's just a wee bit short for me.
It needs to be
But-
twice as long, right?
What are we talking about, guys?
Oh,
Tron.
Tron. Sorry.
Tron.
Talking about Tron. Newest.
And
I haven't done it
If-
yet.
Jonathan,
oh.
I know.
if you've listened to our Epcot,
I'm doing it in a couple
overview.
months.
this is the other one that has a virtual queue as of the time of this recording.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
March
the same as
26, 2024.
Cosmic Rewind in Epcot, this one has virtual queue, as Corinne said.
Like
Yeah.
Dana said, it is really, really well done, but it's just so
It's so
short.
short.
If you
It's
sit
like
less
around
than a minute,
twice
right?
even.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
40,
it's
40
like
seconds
40,
or something
yep.
like that. It's very,
Julie and I
very
timed
quick.
it. As we were waiting in the virtual queue, like how long it takes for those cars to go by, one after another, every 42 seconds.
Yeah.
I don't love that.
Yeah, it's,
No.
it's
And
very,
can you
very
imagine being in a
short.
standby line? Like it's totally fine. Virtual queue, totally fine. Because you're just walking up. You're pretty much
Yeah,
going
lightning
straight on.
lane.
Yeah, but then but I'm saying, can you imagine a standby
virtual queue's-
option?
No.
The virtual
Like
queue
wait
is
2
3
hours for a
hours.
40-second ride.
Right.
No,
because you're
Sean,
standing in line
you're
waiting.
doing 45 minutes for virtual queue. You're not doing
Right,
3
but that's
hours.
still, I know, but that's still a long enough wait for a 42-second
40
ride.
second. Yeah.
Like,
I think it could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's no
Yeah.
way for them to extend it and make it longer. There's just no way.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the flip side of that, Sean, is you can wait 20 minutes, no problem, to get on the carousel and go around in a circle for,
For 15 minutes.
a minute. No, for a
Oh,
minute.
not carousel.
On a
of progress,
carousel.
Sorry.
Not the carousel of progress, a carousel.
I know.
So if you're
Yeah.
waiting 20 minutes
Yeah.
for a carousel,
Too
I
many
think
carousel
Tron,
options threw me off.
45 minutes on Tron for less than a minute. I think there's an argument could be made. 3
Mm-hmm.
hours for less than a minute, there's no argument
No.
to defend that.
Yep.
It's just not possible.
Yeah.
All right.
Can I
And we
throw
won't-
in, while we're on Tron, can I throw in
Please.
one of my hot tips?
Yes.
Hot tip.
Hot tip. If it's not always available, but if they have a Magic Kingdom After Hours event, I've
Ooh.
been to a couple of them. I love them. But
Mhm.
right now, they have after hours events going on at Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and Magic Kingdom. At Magic Kingdom, I just did after hours in January 2024, and it's a standby line for Tron. So
Mm.
right before the event starts at 10 p.m., I went and got in line at like 9:40. It took me the length to walk through the queue, and I was on.
That's
That's
awesome.
awesome.
I
Okay.
loved that.
One other hot tip is for deluxe guests, you
That's what I
have
was about to
access
The
mention.
extended
to
hours.
Magic Kingdom is Wednesday, I believe.
Wednesday
But
night for 2 hours.
you need to be in the park at 1:00 in order to try for that virtual queue. Julie and I tried to get it. We stayed
The
late.
6 p.m. one?
6 p.m.
Yeah, it
It's a
was
6
not open
p.m.
for
drop.
us. It was not
Mm.
open for us at that 6 p.m.
Really?
time. We
Because
would
you
have
weren't in
had
the
to
park
be
at 1?
in the park at 1:00 because the reservation times just never came back available at 6:00,
Mm.
which was a bummer.
Were
Yeah.
you in the
Um,
park at 6, Sean?
Yeah,
Because at 6
So-
o'clock is when it should open up
Yeah.
for after
Again.
hours.
right, and it
That's
did not.
weird.
It did not. Well, not for after hours for deluxe guests.
Deluxe extended
Yes.
evening hours. Yeah.
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 That's weird.
So
Yeah, it should open
Interesting.
at 6. Same with Guardians.
That's when it should open.
yeah. So we
Yeah.
we tried. We went to the ride to say, hey, is there any way we can, we have any chance of getting on this ride? Like, waited out until 12:30, and we might let you on. It was like, we couldn't do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Couldn't
You
roll
couldn't
those
make it to
dice.
12:30?
I wonder if
We
that was a
could
glitch
have.
or something, because I
I
feel
wonder,
like
yeah.
I know.
It
Oh,
was
so you
supposed to
did
be
an
6
individual
p.m.
lightning lane instead? Is that what you ended up doing?
well the following day. We were
Oh,
we were
okay.
burning it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh, you hopped, Sean,
I know.
for
I'm
extra
saying
hours.
I'm saying we would have had to be in the park.
Were you in the park at 6?
We're talking spring break times. Yes, we're talking spring
Okay.
break times. So I don't know. Some of the fluctuation that we experience might not be
It's
the.
competitive too.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move to the
Anyway.
very last one of our top 5 must-do attractions, and it's not even technically an attraction yet, but there is water in the ride, and that, Megan, is what?
So that's Tiana's Bayou Adventure. So that's going to be the new reimagined Splash Mountain. And that's coming summer of 2024
This year.
or 5.
4.
Mhm.
This year.
24?
This year.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
water in it. They've got
They're
people
They're
riding
testing
it
it
right now.
Oh, that's exciting.
testing
I
it.
heard that there
Humans.
are lap bars now. Did you guys see that? That there's lap
I
bars
saw
on these
that.
I didn't
boats.
hear that.
Saw that.
Imagineers are already testing out, and
I know. I'm hoping to get a
Apparently,
pass
it'll
holder
be-
preview like I did for Tron, because
Yeah,
Tron I
that'd
got a
be
pass
cool.
holder preview. Yeah.
it's coming
Um,
along. The
they're
outside
saying
is coming along. I
summer.
took a photo while I was there.
Yeah.
I'll be
It's
there the
pretty.
first official summer week, so I'm hoping it's open, but who knows?
Yeah.
I'll be there
Oh,
June
fingers
20th.
crossed.
Well,
Yeah.
hopefully I can get there sooner than that and do the preview
Yeah,
like I
we'll
did for
see.
Tron.
All right, so that's going to be fun. I'm willing to, pay for an individual lightning lane or virtual queue for that. I think it'll be fun,
Mhm.
or fight
And
for a
it'll
virtual queue.
If they
It'll
do
it'll be
that.
vir-
come out
virtual
that
queue.
way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but then what happens to Tron? Does it go to standby?
Oh.
Or maybe they'll
That's what I'm
take Seven
saying.
Dwarfs off of individual and put
then switch it
Tiana's
to
as
Splash.
individual.
Oh, Splash. Tiana's.
Right, but then they've never had more than one virtual queue at a park at once. So it'll be
Yeah, I
interesting to
don't
see if they
Yeah,
do a
we-
virtual queue for this or not.
We haven't
Mhm.
heard
Stay
yet.
tuned, folks. We'll let you know.
Yeah, it'll be tricky.
Yeah.
Welcome to the conversations we have in our free time. All right. Okay, let's move on to
Speculation.
some of crowd favorites that we think we can say if we think they're worth it or not. I'll jump in on the first one. I do not think this is worth the standby wait that it can create is Jungle
Yep.
Cruise.
Mhm.
It is a fantastic ride. I love the ride, but it is not worth 80 minutes,
Well,
and it is regularly 80 minutes.
it's 60 to
Yeah.
80. Here's my thing: is that because this ride garners that sort of a wait time, Disney has to they need to revamp those boats and to put some speakers where you can actually hear the skipper.
Mhm.
The number of times these people are just talking into a microphone, and you're either sitting by that motor, and these speakers are 20 years old, and they're just shot to, you know what, and it's like they're just not doing a service to their cast members who are buying into these roles and truly
Mhm.
like. If I was a cast member
Yeah.
skipper on this, I'd be ticked off that nobody can hear my horrible puns.
If this is your first
Horrible
trip to Disney
puns.
and you have
I
small
love 'em.
children, if you have preschoolers, this
Yeah.
is a great ride. It is a
Mhm.
great use of a Genie Plus lightning lane.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If you are not using those lightning lanes for splash or space or like the more intense rides.
Mm-hmm.
Just putting
It's
that
a
out
one
there.
and it's a one and done for me though. If I never rode Jungle Cruise again, I'd
Really?
I'd survive.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I love
Corinne.
it. I love the
Wow.
I'm with
kitschiness.
Corinne
It's
on
different
that.
every time because of the
It's,
skipper.
yeah, it's a
Such a
different
fake
skipper.
animal.
If you can hear 'em.
You hear
If
the
you can hear
same
'em.
puns. I'm just like, Meh.
if you can hear them.
Not the same
right.
ones, just
Let's
a
talk
couple
about the
of the
next
same
one we
ones.
got.
It's the backside of water. How many times
Oh.
have I heard that? Too many.
How many
Too
times
Oh,
have
many.
you
at
written
least
it?
That's
45
the
for
classic
me.
line.
A lot.
Yeah.
Too many.
It is.
Okay,
All
moving
right.
on.
Moving
All
on.
right, next one. You guys think the next one is worth the wait?
100,000,000% yes.
Yeah. What
Oh,
is
Jungle Cruise
No.
isn't, but this one
Pirates
is.
of
Oh,
the
I
Caribbean.
love
Pirates.
100%. I
They
love
know-
Pirates. And now Pirates is better in California, 100%.
Yes.
Y'all-
Yes.
They
but
just upped the level of the smells on this ride as well. Like their new smellitizers are
Smells so good.
pumping. It
Ooh,
smells so
nice.
good
last
right
time
now.
I
This
was
is
there,
one
it
of
was
my
a little
favorite rides.
overwhelming. Yeah, like,
Really?
when you first get down there and like you get the sweet rum smell, it's like almost overwhelming how
I
strong
like
it is
it.
now.
I like it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I would agree
Want
with
some
that.
more of it.
Pirates of the Caribbean, I think I feel like that line always moves faster than it's posted because this is
Yeah.
as opposed to Jungle Cruise, which is a low ride occupancy, this is a high ride occupancy. They are constantly moving boats through there so fast.
Yep.
So I feel like if
Yeah.
it says 45, it's probably going to be closer to 35 unless there's some sort of like it was some downtime earlier in the day and Genie Plus is like backing up the line.
Mhm.
I will say
Yeah.
that this queue is one of the better queues to stand in, especially in the
agree.
summer because
It's
it's
cool.
dark, it's cool,
Yeah.
it's a nice break from the sun and the heat.
Mhm.
So even if it's not your favorite ride, but you need a little break in the summer, this is a good time
That's a
just
good
to
point.
pass
As
some
long
time.
as you're not behind Sally Cough a lot. And then like all you're thinking is like, this is the moment. This is the moment that I'm getting Rona at Disney.
Yep, here it
This
is.
Sally Cough a lot over
Got
here.
the COVID queen in front of me.
Exactly. It always happens to me in these like really
Yeah.
narrow areas. I think about that at Rise of the Resistance. You know how narrow some of those the passageways
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Pinched a
there's
little
got to
bit.
be all kinds of viruses in here. All right,
John, real quick, what's really nice about this as well is all of these rides minus Tron that we're speaking of right now and Seven Dwarfs are Genie Plus
so far,
rides.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And,
And
they're
the
all worth.
list
I
is-
think they're all worth it. Honestly, they're all
Yeah.
can be.
Definitely.
The next one, I think, is questionable if it's worth a wait time or a Genie Plus.
No.
But this is a
Easy.
classic.
Depends on the
A lot
ages of the
people love
kids
it.
again.
Easy.
Yeah, but
Easy.
Peter Pan's Flight, I think it's a nice ride. I probably do it once every fourth visit.
Mhm.
Careful.
We didn't do it
This
on
is not an every.
ride.
This is not an
This is
every. I
an
skip it a
every
every
lot.
time, multiple times if I can get on
See,
it.
that's how we are with
Really?
them.
Really?
Yeah, not with this.
Dumbo.
Steffi
Come
loves
on.
it. It's her favorite ride.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
Teach
So
their
Peter
own.
Pan's
Peter-
Flight, you guys like it?
To each their
This
own.
is like my go-to. This is what I'm reserving at 7 a.m.
Yep,
with Genie
same.
Plus. It is my
Shut
go-to.
your
That's
mouth.
It's a-
worst
yeah,
use.
no,
Worst
wow.
use.
Are you
It's
For
serious?
your
not.
first
No.
reservation?
It's
Mm.
genius. You reserve it for 11:15, 11:10,
Mhm.
11:15. It's always going to be an 80-minute wait. It's always the ride everybody wants to do because it's nostalgic. It's a
Mhm.
terrible line to stand in, period. So 11:15, you get it, and then at 11, you get your second one, and you stack it.
Here's
You do
my here's my advice. Pay for the flight to California with all the money that you're spending on Genie Plus, and just go ride it because they don't put it on Genie Plus out there,
No,
and the
Genie-
ride moves a
Genie
lot
Plus
faster.
Was 35. I just saw
Yeah, you could
$39
you
per
could get a-
person yesterday.
You could get a
39.
39?
Yes.
Sean. That's the price of a Spirit Airlines from Orlando
I know.
to Anaheim.
You're not
Oh,
wrong.
sure.
And then
goodness.
you're lucky if you get there. If they
That's
cancel
for
it,
true.
they'll
one
cancel.
day, one person, $39.
That's crazy.
Wow,
That's
Maybe
nuts.
I don't fly.
Disney
Spirit, I
needs to
should be
get this
honest.
figured out.
that's crazy.
All right, next up, really good classic Disney ride. Is it
My
overrated?
all-time- No.
No.
Haunted
It is just
Mansion.
my all-time favorite
No.
ride
Yeah.
ever.
It's
If
so
I was
good.
stuck on this ride for forever and ever, I would be perfectly fine.
That
And I
being
I
said,
still
love
haven't-
Haunted Mansion.
yeah,
The
we're talking
California
about
one.
Haunted
How does
Mansion.
it compare? Because I have not. Every time we've been to California,
It's
it's
The one
closed.
in California is
It's
better. It's
Okay,
better.
good to know.
The,
The
Okay.
It was better
overlay
for
they
two
do in
reasons.
California.
One, well, now they have the ghost in both places, but it's in the
Mhm.
appropriate location in California.
Mhm.
But in California, you actually go down in the shrinking room or in the
Under.
stretching room.
Mhm.
You actually
Ooh.
go
Actual
down. It's
elevator.
not just the ceiling going up. You go down. It's an elevator, and you go
Interesting.
underground to go into the ride. You do
And
not
Cali
get
does
that
the-
here.
the overlay.
yeah,
which
Nightmare
is
Before
nice.
Christmas.
This is not
Yes.
that
Phenomenal.
episode. This is not
Yeah,
that
That's why it's
another
episode.
always
episode.
closed because I'm there in August, so they're getting it ready.
Mhm.
But this time I'm
Yes.
going
Yeah.
in May, so I'm
So
hoping
you'll see the
it's going to
classic
be
version
open.
out there.
I hope
That'd be
so.
great.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Overrated
no,
or not
it's
overrated?
Dana, it's
What?
closed for refurbishment.
Oh,
I
Mhm.
can't
right
even.
now?
Might
Are you
wanna
for real?
reschedule that
can't.
trip.
I don't think
For May
I
too?
never saw an end date, but it closed. It closed a few
Oh.
months ago for refurb.
Oh, yeah, they are. They're redoing the outside. I forgot about that.
Wow.
Sorry,
wow.
Dana.
That's a kick in the teeth, huh?
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Okay,
All
moving
right.
on.
Man.
It's a small world. Well, let's move through these. It's a small
Ah.
world. Is it worth it?
Yeah.
It's not
100%.
worth 45 minutes. Oh, if it's
No,
over
20
45,
minutes.
it's
I
not
wouldn't-
worth
for
it.
I
20
wouldn't- yeah,
minute wait.
15
Yeah.
minute.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's a good fill in.
I
Yeah.
agree.
it's a good nap.
And
Yep.
another good
It's a
one
good
for
nap.
preschoolers, honestly.
Mhm.
Unless you
Mhm.
have a child who can't sit still for 20 minutes. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
Next up, People Mover. This is
Yeah.
100% one of my favorite
Got
rides.
to. Yeah.
This is a
Every
sleeper
time.
right here. So good.
Mhm.
I love just getting on
Although
that.
the
putzing
the
around.
last few times I've been there, the line is getting long.
It's out of control.
People are
Gotta do it
starting
in the
to
morning
figure
or in
out
the
the
evening.
secret.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And if you have a
I agree.
kid that's asleep, they usually will let you stay on if the line's not too long and ride it another time.
Right.
Love that.
Next one is yes or no. Winnie the Pooh.
I love
No,
it.
thanks.
I mean,
Mm.
go either
Did you
way.
add this one, Corinne?
Do what?
Did you add
No,
this to the
I
list?
didn't. No, I didn't add this
Oh.
one to our list, but I agree
think
with
it's
it.
fine.
The one out in Tokyo
There
is
it is. I knew it was going to come
far
up.
superior.
Well, that's a
Mm.
trackless ride. That's like the saying that,
It's
you know.
far. I know. I'm just
Yeah.
saying. It could
The
use
queue
a
is
renovation.
nice. The queue
Yeah.
is
If you like
good
the
for
Rona.
kids.
If you like
Oh,
the
that
Rona.
queue is so nasty.
Oh,
Think of all
that
those
is the
disgusting.
grossest
germs.
queue on the
I know,
all
but
the
it's
kids
the
touching
kids
the screens with
love
their
it.
boogery fingers.
Ugh.
Nope.
No.
Ugh.
But they
Ugh.
love it. The kids love it. That's what hand
Parents who are
gel's
not
for.
sitting there parents who let their kids do that. I'm concerned. They're the ones who come back with a stomach virus. Honestly,
Yeah.
you get what you put out in the world.
We've never
So
come
let's
back with a stomach virus.
Let's talk food.
Let's talk about dining real quick. Stand out
Okay.
sleeper restaurants. Like, what are some? This is our insider tips on dining here, guys.
Mhm,
Because we're not
mhm.
going to talk about the ones that everybody else are going to talk about because
Mhm.
you could read that anywhere.
Right.
Well, I mean, everybody. This is like an open secret now, but I love this restaurant. I've loved this restaurant for like 20 years.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like Columbia Harbor House. It
Yeah.
used to be a super sleeper, and now it's like on
Mhm.
every blogger's list.
Yeah.
It's
But
kind of
I have-
become
Food,
one of
good
the
location.
only good quick service.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And like there's like it can be quiet upstairs if you go upstairs, and then there's a spot I used to love to eat. Now it's always taken because people know when you go upstairs, and then there's
They've
like a
heard
little
you.
there's a little like bridgeway that like you
Yep.
go sit up there. There's tables and you can look down at people walking from
sit there.
Fantasyland down.
Yeah.
In that's where I always sit, and now
That's
it's
where I
getting
sit.
taken
I
every
know.
time. So I'm giving away my secrets, but I love that restaurant. I've literally been
Mhm.
going there since I've been going to Disney World, and it's
Mm-hmm.
Lobster
perfection.
roll.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Get the lobster roll. It's
Yep.
not obviously it's not going to be as good as if you're in Maine. So people from
Sure.
or Mass, you know,
Yeah,
people who are up in
Just
north.
move on.
Yeah,
Shots are like, it's
Exactly.
not as good.
it's not. But it's still good. All right.
The
Right.
next one's
What
my
about
favorite.
Table
Yeah, what
service.
is it? Talk about
Jungle Skipper Canteen. Absolutely every single time I'm in Magic Kingdom. It's my number one reservation. The atmosphere is amazing. The theming is done really well done. The food is good. You can get a drink
get-
there,
you can
which
get
you can't get a
alcoholic
drink.
bev.
Yeah, you can't get a drink anywhere, except at a restaurant in Magic Kingdom. So it's a good option for that.
Yeah.
It wasn't good. That was like when it first opened, there was one or two times we went and we were not impressed. But we've gone back and given it
gotten
another
better.
chance, and it has really
There you go.
redeemed itself. Yeah, the chicken is really good. Everything is really good that we've ever had there. They even have
I
some
like that.
secret menu items as well.
It's good. Now I'll just note here, we're coming up. There's the next line here is that there's no true other great standouts. I will say there's one, and it's a sleeper restaurant. If we're really going to do a sleeper restaurant, I like Plaza Inn. I
Fair.
think that is a nice spot to go eat. It's never like hard to get an advanced dining reservation. It's a solid restaurant. It's not overhyped. I think I don't know if it's underrated, but I think it's a sleeper. It's just there.
They have a couple of
Um,
good menu items that
And I feel
are
like
good.
everything else in Magic Kingdom is overrated, but real quick, two overrated ones.
Yeah.
Megan?
Can
You have a
I
first one?
mention one that I think is a really good one though? Is
Oh,
Pecos
please,
Bill
sure.
for quick service.
But it's
Pecos
going
Oh, I
away,
Bill.
love
isn't
Pecos
it?
Bills.
Aren't they
It
redoing
is?
it? I thought they were going to redo
No.
it.
I
haven't heard
when
that.
they- Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I thought it was getting a
love
redo.
Pecos Bills.
You better
We
not.
like
yeah.
Pecos Bills as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those nachos.
But they got rid of the
got some-
salad bar, didn't they? Like the
The
toppings bar?
COVID, I think they got rid of. No, but they brought some of those toppings back because I went and got
Okay.
the nachos
Yeah.
last time I was there, and they had like some stuff out there at the bar.
Pecos Bill is a true sleeper for a quick service.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. Sleeper restaurants. No,
Or no,
overrated restaurants.
Overrated.
Number one. Can
Be
we all
our
say it
guest.
together? One. Oh, Corinne.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
It's
Okay,
okay.
let's sing it. Let's sing it.
One. Okay.
Let's sing it.
Be our
Our
guest.
Yes.
There it is.
Your
Oh,
guest.
so
Our
lame.
guest.
Da-da-dum, da-dum-dum.
You know, sometimes my wife will listen to part of a podcast and be like, "You guys are such dorks." This is one of those moments.
That's it.
Uh-huh.
It is.
We just did Be Our Guest on this last
we
trip.
did. And what did you think, Sean?
Nope.
There.
Not worth
Nope.
worth two
never,
credits.
never worth 2 credits. No.
No.
The character interaction is subpar.
It's not an interaction. It's at a
It's
distance.
I know.
not. It,
Like,
he walks
he
around.
walks
kinda walks
through
through.
and waves
Yeah.
at the tables.
it's the weakest of the 2 service credits restaurants in
is.
all of
It
Disney
really,
World.
it really
Hands
is.
down.
And
I
was,
wish they would bring back breakfast.
Oh,
That was
Yeah.
very
that
popular.
lunch.
Quick service breakfast.
That
or the
lunch
lunch
was
the
really
one
good too.
Quick service lunch, yeah.
Yeah.
Because really, it's just a fancy cafeteria they built now that
Yeah.
they're now charging 2 table service credits for.
Yeah.
It
It
still
is
makes me
the
mad.
worst, especially for my 11-year-old.
We're hating
Yeah.
on
2
it. Yeah.
table service credits
yeah.
2
for
adult
someone
for your daughter.
Right.
Table service credits.
Yeah.
adults.
$90 a day
It
for your
kid-
11-year-old to eat it.
It kind
Be
of
our
killed me
guest.
just a little bit.
Yeah,
the,
no, that's too much.
the price
No.
is hard. The atmosphere, I do love the atmosphere. I think
Yeah.
it's very pretty in there. If you have a daughter, because I know we're sitting here ragging on it, but if you have, John's like, no. But if you have a daughter, or you're going with a little girl that is or boy who's very into Beauty and the Beast, I mean, seeing the inside, it's really nice. There's different parts to it. My kids loved it, but they didn't see the bill. So
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Moving on. Here we go. Best quick service restaurant. Well, overrated restaurants. We could also argue, we're not going to get into it, if Cinderella's Royal Table is overrated or not.
It's anything with 2 credits is just
Yeah.
a hard
Sean is
sell
down
right
with 2
now.
hard.
credits after being on the Disney dining plan with an
I'm
11-year-old.
real down.
Yeah.
I'm real
Yeah.
down on it.
All
Yeah.
right. Next up, any standout quick service restaurants to you guys?
Well, Pecos Bills.
Pecos
Yeah.
Bills
Bill.
and
I like
Columbia.
Sleepy Hollow in the
Columbia.
morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do Sleepy
The
Hollow. I'll get the
spicy chicken waffle. Is
yeah, the
good.
chicken waffle or like the fruit
Mhm.
waffle or the fruit waffle. All
Yeah.
right. Moving on, top snacks.
We know.
What do you guys think?
Yeah,
Spring
we
rolls,
know.
Dole Whip.
Always.
Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger
Cheeseburger.
rolls.
rolls all the way.
Yeah.
I'm in agreement.
I
All
usually
right.
use that for my lunch meal, like the cheeseburger egg
Yeah.
rolls.
Yeah, that's what we
That's
do too. Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. Looking real quick here, we're looking at some insider tips. Who has got an insider tip for some people before we do our quick park strategy? Go ahead,
I
Corinne.
do.
Corinne's got it.
I book one of the dessert parties at Magic Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you're not a huge dessert person, I think to me, the main highlight of this is that you receive VIP seating for fireworks. And if you're going
Yeah.
during a peak travel season, spring break, summer, these holiday months, book that dessert party. You get some extra treats. There's a pre-party, there's a post-party, and then there's seats and seats and sweets?
and
Is that what
sips or sweets,
Yeah.
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Sweets and
where you
seats.
have
Sweets
your
and seats, yeah.
you have, but
People-
it's the fireworks viewing, and you're not having to spend an hour or two staking out a spot. You're not,
Yeah.
crammed in like sardines. You have your own little area, and plus you get some, included desserts. You have a wine and
Champagne.
beer. Oh, come
Mhm.
on!
Unlimited champagne. You can really make
Unlimited.
that fun.
Yeah.
Let's
That
keep bringing
fireworks
it.
show is gonna look so
Yeah.
good after you've
Yeah.
had 4 or 5 glasses. Ugh.
And if you
I
do
love
the
it.
sweets and seats, they tell you when they're about to put everything up, so you can go get a couple of glasses and stock
Mhm.
up right before the fireworks start. Just
Right.
another tip.
I
You're
agree.
speaking from experience there, Dana.
I mean, I've done it a
Exactly.
few times. I like that one
Love
the
it.
most.
Oh my gosh. All right, we're going to wrap up this episode. We're trying to keep this one short and concise for, easy listening when you're on the road. But here we go. We did this at the Epcot. It was super
This
silly.
is fun.
We're going to do it with this. It is our 1-minute park strategy. All right.
Already
Here
gonna
we go.
disagree.
And the way we're going to do this is we're gonna start with what we're going to lightning lane or virtual queue, lightning
queue.
lane, first genie plus, and then rope drop. Are we ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Our 1 minute Magic Kingdom park strategy. Here we go. What are we going to virtual queue?
Tron.
Tron.
Obviously Tron. What do we individual lightning lane? Are we doing any ILL?
If we
I
do,
would
it's Seven
maybe
Dwarfs.
do Tron again.
Ah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Tron again.
Or Seven
not
Dwarfs.
Seven Dwarfs.
I don't ever pay for
Sorry,
Seven
Dana.
Dwarfs Mine Train. But I can see that. All right. What's your first Genie Plus ride?
Peter Pan.
Peter Pan.
Space
No.
Mountain.
Big Thunder.
Big Thunder. That's Big Thunder.
Big Thunder. All
And
right.
we'll go on
Next.
Peter Pan.
Okay, you guys do that. We're splitting to go between either Space Mountain or Big Thunder. All right,
Okay.
next up. What are we going to rope drop?
Well, if we're not doing ILL, we'll do Seven Dwarfs.
Seven Dwarfs. Drop.
Yeah.
Seven Dwarfs Mine Train or Space Mountain. I
Yeah,
feel like either of
those are the
those, depending
two.
what the path you went.
Go high or
I
go
personally
low.
like I like to do is get on Space, and then before the rest of the, if we do early entry, and then get over onto Buzz Lightyear before Tomorrowland is open for everybody else. So you get 2 rides in the first 30 minutes.
Nice.
It's one of my favorite strategies. You could also do the same thing, hit a Fantasyland ride like Winnie the Pooh or something after you do Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. But
Teacups.
that's usually going to take more than 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Something to think about. All right. Next up, what are we eating for lunch?
Casey's.
Columbia.
Columbia
Pecos.
Harbor House. I agree.
Spring rolls.
Oh,
Okay,
yes, spring rolls.
Okay. And then what are we having for dinner that night?
Oh, be our
Jungle
guest.
Skipper.
Oh, no,
Oh.
wait.
Jungle
Anything
Skipper.
else?
That's good. That's
Jungle
good.
Skipper.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. I could also substitute my lunch out for us to head over to the Poly and get Captain Cook's. Always
Could
an
do
option.
that
Not
too.
opposed. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that'd be a fun day. We should do that sometime.
And then dessert
right.
party.
Dessert
Oh,
party.
yeah. Don't forget the dessert
Ooh,
party to
I
cap
like
it off
it.
with all the champ. I like
and
it.
then Trader Sam's after that.
Love it.
Ooh,
Yeah.
That's how
if
you
aren't
question
with
is,
us,
when are we
that is
going?
Definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is
I'm
the
going to be there in
question.
June, y'all. Just saying.
Yeah. Okay. I might
All right, come eat.
I may pop
All right.
up.
You should. All right. Here we go. On that note, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this episode. We hope you enjoyed this episode of the Where We Roam podcast. If you did, we would really appreciate a like and subscribe wherever you find your podcast, or if you're viewing on YouTube, a like and subscribe would go a long way as we're starting to grow that medium. Additionally, if you would like to connect with us, we would love to chat with you about Disney Cruises, Royal Caribbean, Turks and Caicos, all the things that we love talking about together. We'd love to chat with you about over at our Facebook group. And you can do a search for the Where We Roam podcast on Facebook to connect with us. That being said, thank you so much for listening today, and we'll talk to you real soon.